Hello, fellow 3D printers. I'm Jay Wealth, Print That Thing, and today I just want to share our February 2020 workshop students' work inside of our VR gallery. So I'm going up to the top of this desk here. Here's Big Bird, aka Robin. He's kind of lost, so I'm trying to help him out. But essentially, this is where my students and I meet, and we look at the designs that they made for each week. And this is ground control to Major Tom, aka Mike. And let's go ahead and fly over to week 1. So what we do in the workshop is it's divided into 4 different weeks. Week 1, 2, 3, 4. And each printer in this VR truck gallery represents their work from that week. So this is week 1, where they learn how to remix Suzanne the monkey and make a cheese wedge. This is where we just talk about the designs, what they tried, what they liked, what they didn't like. This is a design that Mike Russo made, and this is his first time designing, and he made this really cool kind of like Day of the Dead skull, which is going to look really cool 3D printed. And then he also popped out these eyes and made this cute little mouth for Suzanne, and it looks like he sculpted it, but it's actually no sculpting at all. He just used box modeling. And then this one here was made by Big Bird, and he used some wireframe and just kind of made this low poly Voronoi looking shape. And then they all made some door wedges, and they got really creative with these. A lot of these were made by Jonathan over at Maker Tales, and Mike Never Let the Machines Win. And so now let's jump over to week 2. And this is where the students learn to be flexible designers. They're going to make vases and pottery and rings and 3D photographs. And these really cool, funky teapots right here were made by Mike Russo. And I'm very proud of these. He did a lot of work on these and made these crazy pieces of pottery. He even opened up the top here to kind of put like a little hinge. And then we've got Big Bird's 3D photo of his camper. And, you know, they can really just make anything they want. There's also Maker Tales photos behind. That little flower one looks amazing in his logo. And he's also did Mars, this big red ball. He made a 3D photo of Mars and some 3D low poly vases. So, you know, students can really just do anything that they want. They can also come into here, and we meet every Sunday and just kind of talk nerd, you know, and just talk about 3D print design, talk about 3D printing, what helps us. And then this one here, there's a red ring that Mike Russo made, and he's just telling me kind of what the idea was, how he got started, what he was trying, you know, what he had trouble with, and what worked for him. And then he also put Print That Thing on the back, which was really cool with like these funky text. And then the ones right above it, they kind of look like Sonic the Hedgehog rings. Those are made by Big Bird, and those are just kind of like a big batch of rings that he made for him and his girlfriend that he put different text on. So really just teaching the students how to be flexible, how to be able to be adaptive. So if they're ever working with clients or for, you know, just for themselves to build kind of like a non-destructive workflow. That way they can always make changes anytime, whether it be, you know, on the fly, or if they want to come back later in time and make changes to their designs. So I think everyone really likes week 2 and learns a lot about the flexibility and the power of Blender and how to be just a flexible designer in general. So a lot of cool lithopanes. Let's go ahead and move over to week 3. So in week 3, they make box animals, they make cars that actually roll off the 3D print bed, and they learn how to slice up designs into bigger, you know, if you have a big print and you want to slice it into multiple pieces. So this is a box animal made by Mike Russo, and this is just a cool dragon that he made. We got an alligator by Maker Tales. This truck here that Big Bird's standing on was made by Mike Russo, and it's just super crazy. Looks sculpted, but it's not. We've got a Tesla truck made by Maker Tales, that kind of standing behind me here. But, you know, just super proud of these guys and girls for just going above and beyond. Like, really, they were just supposed to do, you know, kind of like these basic box cars and elephants, But I just wanted them to really unleash their creativity, and they did that. They went, crazy into it, and just blew my mind, really. So I just wanted to showcase all their hard work and what they've been working on this month. And the big truck that's right behind us, that's a ground control to Major Tom, aka Mike, and he had never done any really 3D design before, and he just crushed it, like just insane. So just shows that you don't really have to know how to do 3D design to become a 3D print designer. He did have some background in 2D, kind of like Photoshop and Illustrator design, but I have a strong feeling he's going to be a 3D product designer pretty soon, because his skills were just ridiculous. So this truck that he made, he just made the toy truck, but then in the next lesson split it up. He also made this puzzle piece for his girlfriend or for his wife, to help kids learn about history, about how the United States was colonized and at what time periods. And then he also put text on the back of each little puzzle piece. So again, just went overboard, and in a good way, and just really took his design skills up. This is week 3 here, and then he's got this car that looks like it's sculpted, but this is all box modeling with subsurf modifiers that he did, and just learned how to do loop cut. We've got a Tesla truck by Maker Tails that actually has wheels that roll. Let's go ahead and go into week 4. So this is the last week that students really get to try stuff, and I just want them to make something for their cell phone. And really it's just a small amplifier, but ground control to Major Tom, aka Mike, crushed it with this crazy awesome gramophone that actually holds his phone, and you can put your charger in there. And he really took advantage of the new bevel tool inside of Blender, where he can do custom profiling. You've got holes down here, and all of it is 3D printable. So I'm beyond proud of this design. It does need some support material, but would be totally worth it. So we're just kind of talking about, how he designed it, what's going on. And then he also made this really cool sculpted snowman. So he was just supposed to sculpt a snowman, but he actually took it into his own and made it a melting snowman. And he's kind of looking up like, no, don't let me melt. So we're just talking about the design and the inspiration and some of the issues that he had while trying to learn how to sculpt, and just kind of brainstorming about, how it could have been easier done, or what he could try, next time that he wants to 3D design or do some 3D sculpting. And then right behind him is a red phone amp that was made by Maker Tails that can hold a cell phone and just kind of amplifies the sound from your cell phone. So really, I just want to teach these guys and girls how to measure something from the real world, and then make a product. So we'll probably be updating this course this month for the March workshop, where we'll actually make maybe like a phone case or just any kind of product for a cell phone. So I think that'd be really fun. Another thing that we do inside of the workshops is kind of I can bring up my screen, and we can slice up the designs, so that way I can workshop with the students. They can ask questions inside of Blender or with the slicing software. And so we're just kind of talking about the angles, and maybe where he could do redesigns, or maybe you need to add custom supports for things that are kind of overhanging. But all in all, this is just a really cool design, and we just really nerd out for about an hour or so every Sunday while you're in the 4-week workshop. And we're just checking to make sure there's no G-code artifacts, or that everything is 3D printable. That way, if these guys wanted to ever share these designs online or sell them, then they'll know that they are ready to go. So super fun. They're my teachers, I'm their teacher. Everybody learns. We also are talking about just like how to make custom support material. That way they don't have to rely on the auto generate button as much. But all in all, super proud of these guys for making it all the way to week 4 and just designing and really just transforming into 3D print designers within a 30-day span. So, I'll put a link below to this VR gallery. So if you want to come in here and actually take a look at their designs and, just hover around, feel free to jump in and look anytime you want. If you want to join the March workshop, it's a 4-week workshop. It is pretty intense. So, if you want to do it, go ahead and go to ptt.live and then just go to courses or learn and just sign up for the 4-week workshop for March. There's only a few days left for enrollment. We only take 30 students. That's the max. So, it's a small kind of student to teacher ratio. And then, but just super proud of these guys. Asking them here, if they had any questions or if there's anything that I can improve to make the course better for them. Asking them for anything that I feel like I should update. Or, if there's any intermediate courses that they want to learn, like an intermediate sculpting course or intermediate tolerances course or an intermediate, effects and edit tools course. So everyone was kind of unanimous on doing a course on every single tool that's inside of Blender and every single modifier for 3D print design. So that's probably what I'm going to be working on next. But it's so great to just kind of get feedback directly from students and just really, grow with them as we all turn into badass 3D print designers. So thanks for watching. Again, go to the website if you think you want to try and learn 3D print design. March is going to be pretty crazy. And I will see y'all next time. All right. Thanks for watching. Peace.